kind of switching to the past couple games in the Carabao Cup. So we just had Man City beat Man United 2-0.
2-0, yes.
And Tottenham win their game 3-0. So we know who the finalists of the Carabao Cup are. So it'll be interesting because we've already seen this matchup before, at least in the Premier League. Now being in a cup final situation, who do we think is going to take this?
Well, it's interesting because if you look back at the previous winners of the Carabao Cup, it's either in Manchester City or Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
And now you have Manchester City against Jose Mourinho in the final. So that trend's going to continue. So you obviously got City who are now coming back into form. They're starting to figure out their mojo again. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to see the same kind of game that we saw early in the season in the Premier League. I think Jose will probably set up very similarly, but I think the chances that City missed in the Premier League match, I don't think they'll miss them now. So I think Spurs are really going to have to be on their game. Being the Spurs fan, I believe that we will pull it off. It'll be nice to hopefully get some silverware for Tottenham.
So someone's jumping up here.
We have a special guest. But yeah, I think if you look at the semi-finals, the way that the teams played, obviously in the Manchester derby, at the start, I thought United definitely had the upper hand. I thought United were going to take it.
Yeah.
And then obviously City took their chances and walked into the final. So they're going to Wembley. And then the Tottenham game obviously had the much easier matchup against Brentford. Yeah. The only notable player that I knew from that team was Ivan Toney. So I think you kind of expected...
Yeah, that one, surely you'd put your money on Tottenham winning that game, surely. But you never know.
Brentford came close. They certainly had their chances. There were a couple of times when Toney nearly scored, and I was like, fuck you, Toney. You give me like a heart attack.
But great finishing from Spurs.
Oh, class finishing.
Son's goal was just
that was beautiful.
Unbelievable. And even Sissoko's header, I mean...
the GOAT.
Class. Really great goal.
Musa Sissoko.
They were good goals. So
That cross from Reguilon to set up Sissoko was chef's kiss.
But I think why I'm bringing up that they're class goals is because you want to show that you have the capability to score goals either out of nothing or just from open play and score good goals.
Yeah.
If you can score goals that resulted that came as a result of hard work and talent in the squad, it shows that you can probably win the final, which City are capable of doing.
Oh, of course.
So the point is, I don't want to see Harry Kane penalties and little tap-ins.
Yes, you want to see proper goals. You don't want to see a soft little game, which I think the two teams who are in the final now, when they play aggressive football against each other, and there's always goals when these two play.
Yeah.
So I think it's not going to be a 1-0 win. I think you're looking at like a 2-1, 3-1, 3-2 kind of thing.
So. Do you think Jose is going to play his same strategy as he did last time? Being a defensive sort of strategy.
I think we'll see some kind of hybrid between that and the attacking football that he's played lately in the last couple of games. I think he knows that he can't sit back and just let City have the ball like he did in the Premier League game because City are now back on form. Back then City... They weren't playing their best football. They were struggling a bit. Whereas now, obviously, they're winning again. They're on good form now.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see kind of more of what we saw against Liverpool, where it's sit back, but then don't just kick the ball away when you get it. Kind of actually try and build up some pressure yourselves and get it. And work open the defense. I think also City's defense can also slip up. So there is that opportunity to break them down.
Even though recently Diaz and Stones have been...
Diaz and Stones have had a good partnership. I'm not too sure if Walker's back. Obviously, he got COVID, so it'll be interesting to see if he plays.
But even, with Joao Cancelo in the right back, it's nothing. Not a player that you should be undermining. I think he's also quite a class player.
Oh yeah, listen, whether it's Walker or Cancelo in the right back position, you're not really worried. But I think it's going to be an interesting matchup between the two sides. I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully we get fans back in the stadium. Hopefully that will add some nice atmosphere to it. Because if I remember correctly, the final's been moved into April now. So a couple of months away.
Yeah. It would be nice to have some fans back in the stadium and get a proper game of football in.
Yeah, good old Wembley crowd.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a very exciting game. I think the problem is that City and Liverpool both play such high lines. So because of those high lines, you're naturally going to be in a more defensive mode.
Yes.
Unless you meet them with the high line.
Which is obviously dangerous.
Exactly. So if that's not how you usually play, then you've got to, unfortunately, stick out with the defense. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see that majority possession held by City.
Yes.
Probably 65%.
Probably,
so
yeah.
I think it'll probably go more towards what the last game was.
Yeah, I think a big factor in this one will be the form of Hugo Lloris, assuming he'll be in goal for Tottenham in that game.
Yeah.
I think if he has a good performance, which he tends to do against City, he tends to pull off some world-class saves against City.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to make some good saves.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, he's going to have to make some good
Yeah.
saves now. But yeah, I think if I had to give a prediction, I'd probably say 2-1 to Tottenham.
Mm-hmm. I mean, being in April, it's a while away, so
of course,
lots to
hopefully this ages well.
Lots to happen before the game actually takes place. But I'll join you in saying that 2-1. Yeah.
All I can say is I hope it ages well.
Yeah.
I hope April comes around and can look back on this and say, this guy knows what he's talking about.